Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be another haul. And I know what you're thinking. Didn't you just have a large birthday perfume haul? So we're gonna call this one the after party haul. So if you guys saw my birthday haul, that was a collective haul that I did with perfumes from like maybe the tail end of January all the way up to my birthday. I did haul some perfumes after my birthday because I was a little disappointed with so many perfumes that I was on the fence about that I ended up decluttering a bunch of them. And I did pick up perfumes that were either on my radar, I wanted to get the larger bottle of. I also have two that were gifts, and we're gonna go through all that. And then we're gonna be slowing down on hauls. I mean, hauling ain't gonna stop. This is a perfume review YouTube channel, so I'm not going to stop hauling. I'm just gonna be sampling a little bit more, and I'm gonna be more mindful about the perfumes that I pick up. So let's go ahead and get into the haul. Okay, so first up, we're gonna start with two perfumes that I already have in my collection, but I'm letting go of the smaller bottles, and I got the larger bottles. So first up is Mugler Angel, and this is the Eau de Toilette, and I went ahead and just got the 50 ml, and I saw that I was using the 30 ml very quickly, like I was going through it. I put a little bit of a dent in that one. I just got the larger bottle. So I'm just gonna go over this one really quick and go to the next one, but this has peony, mandarin orange, praline, apple, red berries, patchouli, whitewoods, and cedar. This scent is stunning. One that I definitely would say test out, even if you did not like Angel de Eau de Parfum, because I don't know how they did it, but they managed to keep the DNA but make it a lot less obnoxious, a lot more fresh and fruity and more modern. There's a sweetness to it from the praline. Beautiful, beautiful scent. I'm gonna really enjoy this one for spring and summer. All right, the next we have Floral Botanica by Balenciaga. And first off, I always wanted this large bottle. I don't know why I just didn't get it. I know why. It was always over $100 on FragranceNet. This perfume is being discontinued. So I knew I wanted to get this one, and I had gotten C Intense, and I tried it out and it had turned. I don't know if maybe it sat in the warehouse for too long, but it was a little sour. So I reached out to FragranceNet, and they were like, you know, you can exchange it. By the time I sent it back, that's another discontinued scent, and it was gone. It was sold out. So they gave me a credit, and I went ahead and got this one. This has mint, rose, carnation, and cannabis, and vetiver and amber in the base. And this is just a unique, dry, floral kind of scent. It's not gonna be for everyone, but I really enjoy this perfume. And since it's being discontinued, I wanted to get the big boy, because not only will this last me forever because I can't overspray this one, but the bottle is just, I mean, stunning. So again, that's Floral Botanica by Balenciaga. And my knot is coming loose. So sorry, I look a little crazy. We're in my living room, and I'm actually on a bed right now. Like, because of Lucky being sick, we've split the house up. Usually when the alpha is vulnerable, they want to attack the other members of their pack. So they haven't been getting along right now. I mean, Oliver loves his brother. He's been trying to see him, but we have to separate them. So I'm out here in the living room with Oliver because that's Lucky's safe room, and he's closer to Dennis, and Oliver's closer to me. So I'm actually sitting on my bed, but it's a nice view at night. So this one I've already featured in a video, but I wanted to go ahead because I did haul it recently, and that is Scandale à Paris by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I just love the way these are packaged, and this has notes of pear, jasmine, and honey, and I'm sure there's more, but Jean-Paul likes to list as very few notes as possible. But this one is beautiful. This to me is the daytime version of Scandale by night. This one is more pear, fruity. They all have like that honey DNA, but the original is very thick. I like by night and à Paris because they're the honey, it's very prominent in the perfumes, but with the other notes, it balances it out. And Scandal by Night, it's the tuberose and the cherry. And for me in this one, it's the pear. It's like a nice, juicy, bright pear scent. That one's more of a dark cherry kind of scent. So where that one is more tuberose, more buttery, this one's more of like that clean jasmine. Very beautiful. And again, that's Scandal a Paris. Okay, and then next I'm gonna go over these perfumes very quickly because I'm gonna be doing a dupes video, but I did pick up some Dossier perfumes as well as some alt perfumes. So I have Thorn Rose, and this is supposed to be an inspiration on Tom Ford's Rose Prick. And then I also have Bohemian Water, and this is inspired by Byredo's Gypsy Water. And then I have Caribbean Water, and this is an inspiration to Creed's Virgin Island Water. And I wanted this one when I saw Janae post her Fave video, and she talks about Creed's Virgin Island Water, and when she described that scent, I knew I wanted to get a sample of that one, which I have. And then I wanted to get this to see how similar they are. So I do have samples to all of these inspired by perfumes, and I'm going to be doing a dupes video very soon, but I just got them in and I want to, you know, test them out. And then I did pick up, this was actually supposed to be in my last haul and I completely forgot, but I did pick up Floriento Coconut, and I got this one through my mom again because I wanted to see if they're doing better with their shipping, and my mom got this in a week. So that's the second one that I've gotten through her. So this is Floriento Coconut, and this one is inspired by Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc de Eau de Parfum. Oh my god, you guys, I just got a sample of that. I am in love with this kind of coconut scent. They're different from the coconut scents that I'm used to, both this one and the Caribbean Water. So super excited to go over that one. Now, I did reach out to Dossier and ask them if they would be willing to send me their new Byredo's. They're inspired of Bal d'Afrique, and they agreed to send it to me. I did ask, because you don't know if you don't ask. So this is going to be part of the giveaway in my dupes video. But this is Oriental Vetiver. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, just because if you wanna pick it up, I'm gonna link it below, because this is pretty spot on to Byredo's Bal d'Afrique. So I'm super excited to go over that one with you in my dupes video, and I am gonna be doing a giveaway on this one. So I'm gonna link it below, because if you've been wanting that one but you don't wanna pay that high price tag, check that one out. They've been coming out with a lot of great inspired perfumes. So the next one was a gift, and my dear friend Karen sent this to me, which I thought was super sweet of her. This is Clean Reserve, and the scent is Radiant Nectar. Here is the bottle. Sorry if my ring light is washing it out. I want to try more Clean Reserve. They have a discovery set that I want to get. Again, guys, I want to get more discovery sets, but this is going to be a beautiful scent for spring and summer. When I first smelled this, I was like, okay, this is musky, and it's got like a smoky woodiness to it. But this one has pear, ambrette, tobacco blossom, orris, carrot seeds, and then base notes of musk, ambroxan, and white cedar extract. This scent is gorgeous. I don't want to say it's overly unique, but I don't have scents like this in my collection. There's something about this. Again, there's this like almost smoked woodiness to it, but it's very bright and bubbly and kind of effervescent and very fresh and aquatic. So gorgeous scent. And then I did pick up Redbrook by Redbrook Perfumes, and this is the underground edition. And I had mentioned this in my video. I was going to be picking this up because I wanted to be a part of this collection. They were only making 1,000 now. If it did well, I'm sure that they're going to release more. He was very open and honest about that, saying that they're going to start off with 1,000 and then they were going to see how they did. I was 309 out of 1,000. And this looks like it's, you know, supposed to represent New York City and like the underground transport. And this scent, something about this scent does give me up north vibes. So the scent definitely leans more on a masculine side. I believe it's said to be unisex, but I found this scent to be very masculine. But here is the bottle, and the scent is very unique. So this isn't going to be like a mass appealing scent. This is going to be something I would say more niche lovers like. When I smelled this, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash, but that one's a little bit more sweet. Someone said that this had something kind of black orchid, maybe in the same family, but this to me is very nostalgic. This smells like something I've smelled back in the day, something my grandfather on my mom's side would have worn, and something maybe my dad would enjoy. So when I smelled this, immediately I'm like, okay, this is a little too fresh for me. Even though I like fresh scents, I like fresh scents that are a little bit more unisex or feminine. This is definitely more fresh, leaning masculine. So when I smelled it, I already knew that this wasn't going to be Dennis's cup of tea, because this does have something very old school. It's got like that old school barbershop vibe. When I smell this, I could definitely see those kind of northern guys walking the streets of New York, you know, maybe passing one of those barbershops with the candy stripe thing. They're hanging outside, chilling in the neighborhood. That's what this smells like. It reminds me of my grandfather's bodega, something he would have worn, something I think that my dad and my brother are going to enjoy. My brother, more so nostalgic reasons like me, it's gonna remind him of my grandfather. So I'm happy to have this. I'm happy to be a part of this release that Steven and Carlos put together. I'm gonna be decanting this and giving half to my brother and the other half to my dad. And then I'll just keep a little 10 ml for reference, something that I can smell from the bottle. But let me go ahead and read off some of the notes. So this has tangerine, ginger, pink pepper, there's patchouli, Haitian vetiver, vanilla, syrup absolute, and chocolate. And for me, what I get the most from this, I do get the patchouli and the vetiver. Sometimes certain vetivers can be a little harsh, and those are the ones that Dennis doesn't care for. Other times it could be blended very well, and here it is a little bit more harsh of a vetiver scent in here. And I definitely get the pink pepper, and I do get the ginger. This for me is more like lemon lime. It's not really tangerine to me, because tangerine tends to be a little bit more sweet and juicy. This is a little bit more ginger and like lemon lime to my nose. Very fresh, and a scent that I can see certain type of man enjoying. This isn't going to be mass appealing. It's definitely more niche. Again, that is Redbrook Perfumes. My dog is behind me. You see him? He's up here on our temporary bed. Say hi, Ollie. Say hi. Okay. So sorry if my camera moved a little bit. Oliver kind of jumped on the bed here, and I was trying to fix stuff. But next we have these next two I picked up because, again, after I hauled a few that I was on the fence about, I was like, no, I need to have a few successes. So I did blind buy one niche, but I just knew I was gonna love it. And the other one has been on my want list. So the one that's been on my want list is Meliora by Perfumes de Mali. And here is the bottle up close. Absolutely gorgeous. I just love these bottles. And this has top notes of blackcurrant, red berries, cassis, middle notes of rose, ylang ylang, lily of the valley, and then base notes of vanilla and musk. And for me, this is just a very fruity, musky, kind of clean scent. And a lot of people compare this one to Amethyst. And Amethyst was actually one that I'm like, okay, well, if it's redundant, I need to get rid of it. But while they are very similar, they have very distinct differences. So both of these were created by the same perfumer, but again, it's almost like maybe flankers of each other, which you guys know that if I enjoy a perfume, I don't mind having flankers. This to me has a little bit more of a boozy tartness to it. I said that this reminds me of sangria chilling in ice. So you got a nice big glass of sangria, very tart, and it's been chilling in ice. And it's got to be the right kind of sangria, the kind that has a tartness to it. Not when they put too much of, like, I think it's brandy that they put in it. They put something in it that sometimes makes it really sweet. Oliver, not that kind. It's more of that tart sangria. This is a cleaner, more smoother version of it. And I prefer this one over amethyst, but can't quite bring myself to let amethyst go because I like that tart booziness. Now this one, oh my goodness, this is my scent of the day. I don't have anything on this side because I pretty much put Meliora all on this side and then amethyst on this side. This one comes out so much. But yeah, this one has a tart, sharp greenness to it. And even though this one, they have green listed as an accord, this is very beautifully blended. This is more fruity, it's got a cleanness to it. This one's got a slight booziness to it and a sharp, tart greenness to it. I don't know if I'm ready to let go of amethyst because I do enjoy it, but I love Meliora. And the performance is the same to me on both of these. This one is a little bit louder because of that tartness, but once that dries down and it kind of comes down, they both sit closer to the skin, but they both have good longevity. I can get Meliora and amethyst to stay on me for probably a good 7 or 8 hours. It's just, it sits very close to the skin. I don't mind that with some of my perfumes, especially when I enjoy the scent, but it is one that might not garner you compliments because not everyone can smell you. But I love this scent. It's unique. And again, this one does smell similar, but they're not exact. But I love this scent too much. I love this house, and I knew I wanted this in my collection. So once I saw it at a discounter for a pretty decent price, I went ahead and picked it up. It's just a little bit more clean than amethyst, which I like. Very feminine. I think that's why I like the house of Perfume de Mali. They're a little bit more of a feminine, mass appealing kind of niche house. So, all right. And then this next one was a blind buy success. I kept watching reviews and I wasn't going to blind buy this because I thought it was going to be a watery version to the Pillar, which is a favorite of mine. But after seeing some reviews, I went ahead and pulled the trigger, and I'm so happy I did. But that is Delena La Rosée, and again, this is by Perfume de Mali. And here is the box. And I've already warned her. She projects more than Meliora, and she projects like Delena. A lot of people have Delena and Delena Exclusive. But you guys know that Delena Exclusive did not work out for me. I am so happy to have Delena and now La Rosée. If you're a fan of Delena, owning all three to me isn't redundant because they all have their differences. They all have that beautiful Delena lychee DNA in them. This one's no different. This one's just a little more zesty, more aquatic, and more fresh. This is Delena in a bikini. So you guys know that I compared Idola to Delena and said that's Delena and lingerie. This is Delena going to the beach. Now, I'm not saying this smells like those coconut. No, this is an aquatic scent. This is perfect for Florida spring and summer. It's very aquatic, very fresh. Now, you are paying for the Delena DNA and you're paying for the quality because this does smell like other affordable perfumes. And I'm gonna give you three 3 perfumes that this falls in the same family. They're not exact dupes, but if you enjoy this style of perfume, it's gonna smell very much like these 3. So when I smelled this, I'm like, this smells like something I have. I immediately thought of the aquaticness from my, where is she? Trusali's Delicate Rose. Falls in the same family. So if you do not want to pay the high price tag, you are going to be missing out on that lychee, that delena scent. This was also a little bit stronger. The yuzu in here is very strong. I mentioned that in one of my other videos. This was one that I said reminds me of Versace's Bright Crystal. That's another one that this is compared to, as well as Philosophy's Ballet Rose. It's either Ballet Rose or Ballet Rose Nude, but I'll pop in a picture here. This smells like those kinds of scents. They all smell similar. They all have, I think one of them has lychee. I believe Philosophy's Ballet Rose has the lychee in it, so that's gonna give you probably more of that delena. This one has the rose, and I believe the watery notes. The yuzu in here is very sharp, and then Bright Crystal is another one that vibes very similar. So those are some less expensive options. Now, again, this has that delena DNA, that lychee, that delena lychee combo that makes that scent very, very famous in my opinion. But let's go ahead and read off the notes on this. This has lychee, pear, bergamot, peony, watery notes, Turkish rose, floral notes, white musk, woody notes, and vetiver. They don't list pink pepper in here, but there's definitely something that tickles my nose. This is just delena, but more fresh and aquatic. So not watery, not a watered down version of delena at all. Super, super happy to add this one to my collection, and this was a blind buy success. Okay, and then for my last perfume, this was another gift, as I like to say, but this is by Raja Perfumes. And if you guys saw my part 2, you know that my perfume got lost in transit. So they did go ahead and send out a new one, which I thought was really, really great. And I picked out Reckless after watching Raja's perfume video, which I'll have linked down below. But he talks about all of these perfumes from his Essence line, and the way he described Reckless was perfect. So here is what the bottle looks like. And it's got that engraving on the top. And I have had this perfume for several weeks now, but this was not a love at first sniff for me. This was a strong like, and then it became a love. And usually perfumes that are a strong like do turn into loves, and love at first sniff do tend to lose their sparkle. This one was one that I was like, okay, it's nice. I don't know how I feel about it. And then it turned into a love. This is a very floral scent. I believe the whole line is very floral. And I'm picky about my floral scents, but the way he described this one, I just felt like I would love it, and I do. This is Reckless Perfume Essence de Parfum by Raja Perfumes. And this is citrus, vanilla, sweet, powdery, fresh, spicy, white floral, and aromatic. And this has top notes of mandarin orange, bergamot, middle notes of neroli, geranium, May rose, jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, coriander, pink pepper, cinnamon, sandalwood, benzoin, styrax, and musk. And this perfume sits very close to the skin. So like Meliora, this is something that sits closer to you. So just keep that in mind. This is definitely something that people around you will smell, but they gotta be, you know, in your bubble. And longevity on this is good. This lasted 8+ hours. I got it in the mail, took a shower, and put it on right away. And this was actually the night that my Lucky had gotten sick, so we like left. And I remember being out in the parking lot with my husband while, you know, they were checking on Lucky, and I kept getting wafts of this as I was sitting in the car. And I had the car door open, and it was a nice breezy night, and I kept getting wafts of it. I asked Dennis if he could smell my perfume, and he really couldn't, so I had to kind of get closer to him, and he said it was nice. It's not something where I can pick up anything in particular. I do pick up a little bit of the sweetness from the vanilla. I pick up, you know, the white florals in here very well, and the neroli. But the neroli in here is more like sunny and bright. It's not like a citrusy candy. Like sometimes neroli can turn in the heat on my skin. It can come off a little bit like sugary candy, like almost like an orange sugary candy. And here it's more bright and kind of sunny, if that makes sense. Very beautiful white floral scent that again turned from a like to a love. So again, that is Reckless by Raja Perfumes. And I'll be going over this perfume and others in the line in a later date. I did pick up the Discovery set of this one. But yeah, guys, that is the end of my haul, my after party haul. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys have any of these perfumes? Are you thinking of picking up any of these perfumes? But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.